Oh, you thought I was gonna take a break and take some time to really reevaluate things before we jump right into Has Been Hotel Season 2. By now, you should know I'm not a patient man. Hell, I'm not even a clever man. I'm just a reaction commenter on YouTube, and if you're subscribed, which you really should be, it's much easier than just trying to find me every so often when the mood strikes, or just hitting that like button so YouTube will keep promoting it for you, because their algorithm's a bit finicky. We're back. Has Been Hotel, baby. It is time. Season 2, big predictions, big goals, a lot of good stuff. Hopefully a lot of good music coming this year. Because only had 3 songs from last season added to the playlist, and well, Loser Baby is the clear winner, as it's generated more listens on my playlist than I would like to admit. So, interested to see where we're going to go with things with, the death of Adam. Now we have to figure out that as redemption is possible. Who's next? Will anyone be redeemed this season? Is hell going to, hell in a handbasket? What the heck are we going to do with Vox and Friends and the V's? Alistair, what's your plans? Because you were trying to get out of a deal that you had. We have a lot to uncover. Without further ado, let's check in with Has Been Hotel Season 2, Episode 1, titled New Penchus. Let's enjoy.
Because the world needs to know, Tom. Will she stop at Angels? Are you next? Is your dog or cat next? Will her bloodlust ever be satisfied? Who's at the top of Charlie Morningstar's hit list? Maybe it's me!
I mean, Katie, at this point, it might as well be you, just because of the way you've portrayed yourself to her. But again, this is media, baby. 1 minute, you're their social darling. Everyone loves you. Everyone adores you. They worship the ground you walk on. You are the next best great thing that's going to take over whatever social media website is, because there's like billions of them now. But at the end of the day, they're just as willing to turn on you as they've turned on everybody else. And, well, with Vox in charge, well, let's just say it won't be for long.
I lost my fucking room key.
Hello and welcome to the Has Been Hotel. My name's, changing. For now, call me Vaggie.
All right, we're having a name crisis, and Vaggie, let me just speak to you directly to the heart here. Your name really isn't all that important. Remember when we had people like Moist Critical, PewDiePie, amongst others, Jacksepticeye, just to name a few, whose names are, on the surface, quite fucking ridiculous. And, well, they're super famous, they're super smart, they're super charismatic, and they're super awesome. Your name doesn't really define you. It's literally the character from inside resonating on the outside that people care about. So, run with that. But if you feel like you need a name change, I guess here we go. Just don't do anything stupid like Vagatha or Vanessa or something like that.
Charlie Morningstar, is it true she drinks angel blood to improve her gay powers?
Is she off killing more angels? The public has a right to know.
Is it true this hotel is recruiting a hellish army? And should I divorce my wife?
I do love, though, that Alistair and Lucifer are still having a grand old time with pissing each other off royally because they both want to be Charlie's adoptive father. I know Lucifer's her actual father, but at this point he might as well be adoptive because, well, it seems like he spent a lot of time doing other things involving ducks. So, good for him, I guess. But again, Alistair's just using this as a way of upsetting him continuously, because petty was as petty does, and as we've learned from 50 Cent, or Kendrick for that matter, being petty will win.
Who wants to come stay at the Has Been Hotel with me?
I've seen all his movies. I've jerked off to all his movies.
I'm just gonna go on a limb here. Is this what it's like at like those adult film conventions where people go? It's like people just go and you just know that they've, relieved themselves at your expense, usually for free if you're intelligent. Stupid if you use that blue OF kind of thing. But, at the end of the day, just knowing and interacting with people, be like, I've seen all your films. Seek help. It's probably for the best. Like, it's a weird train of thought to go down, and I'm going to jump off that one, and let's get back to the clip.
And here's when Penchus cried after he was caught spying. And here's when Penchus cried when you forgave him. And here's when Penchus cried when he first lost a cherry bomb.
He did cry a lot. But god dang it, is he gonna be respected in this place? We are not gonna lie on his name. He didn't love you the way he loved those other eggs, and I won't tolerate you acting like this, Eggman. Also, how the hell did you survive? Every egg was on board. Weren't they? Or like when the blast went off, is only Pentious the only one who died? I know he's in heaven right now, so things are ideally better. But why are you here? Where were you staying? How did you avoid the blast? I have questions.
Charlie, there you are. Did you maybe want to come down and say hi to the new guests? We could really use your help. There are reporters here, and are you okay?
Everything is great. Great. Why wouldn't everything be great?
And you would be right. She is still processing everything that's happening, and being someone who feels everything on an insane level, Charlie, maybe you shouldn't mourn too much for the people of Cannibal Town. I don't think they're that great. Just let's throw that out there. And on top of that, well, you do feel greatly for Pentious, and you still have no idea that he is redeemed. I think that when that bombshell drops, you'll be ideally more sane, but until then, let's put on a good face and really make this hotel thing work, because all of hell's behind you. Let's not fumble the bag as soon as we finally have people buying into the fact that you can stand up for yourself. Redemption is just behind that door. I'm not saying seize power. I'm just saying we're closer to breaking through than we ever have been.
This is the news, honey. If we aren't scaring people with the title alone, it's not worth running. I'm so sorry, sir. You can punish me if you want to.
Ew.
That is a perfect dismissal, but also it's like I feel like this is every single woman when she opens up her DMs from any guy. Just I mean, how many of you people have actually worked for? Genuinely, from the bottom of my heart. I don't think it works very often. And again, with Katie being, well, Katie, and Vox being who he is, I think the only thing he's truly obsessed with is power and sticking it to Alistair. Although not exclusively in that order.
Well, and if Adon was fuck with him, but he liked me?
Why? I mean, what's not to like? You're kind of cool, kind of hot. He probably liked your big bombs.
Fuck off.
I mean, look, this is exactly what it is. He loved you for who you were, and over the years he went from rival to someone he respected to someone he deeply cared about once he searched within himself, and well, you're an Australian bombshell. I feel like life was just handed to you on a silver platter in hell. So, enjoy things down under. And that will be ideally my only time doing a terrible Australian accent, so you're welcome for that as well.
Charlie, are we at war with heaven?
Charlie, how many angels did you kill personally? Do they scream? Charlie, how do angels scream when they die? Is it like, ah, 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 ah? And should I kill my wife?
Should you do what now? Why are you worried about what's going on with your wife? Like, you're just worried about how people scream when they die, and now you're asking about offing your wife? What is your deal? You're a TV reporter in hell, so I'm not assuming you're great. But this is extra bizarre.
And what is your name?
My name is Baxter.
Ooh, Baxter. That's a fun name. Are you checking in with us?
I intend to, yes.
Oh, that's great. Oh, look at your little lab coat. It's very cute.
Okay, are we being condescending right now? Like, Charlie, I know you're trying to be cute, but doing this to any short individual is condescension, whether you mean it to or not. And honestly, this dude has a walking crab purse that moves entirely on its own. So, that's a thing. And at the end of the day as well, he's freaking blue. I'm pretty sure Vox had a trademark for the color blue, because it's the only time I ever see it in the show. But again, I'm hoping this Baxter dude is someone we can enjoy and have a good time with at the hotel, and that he sticks around, albeit he's probably here for the wrong reasons.
Hey, everyone, meet Pentious.
Baxter.
Right, Baxter. And you're here to be redeemed, Baxter. Pentious, Baxter. I got it.
She is cracking the exact same way her dad is, and she is cut from the exact same cloth. Ditz is an understatement, but again, she lost someone very, very close to her. She's going through some time of coping, and well, the fact she keeps calling him Pentious is not going to really help. Hopefully, someone comes down and gives her some good news shortly. But again, we're not sure how heaven works, and I think the only person that honestly tell her is Emily, because while Sarah doesn't seem wholly evil, I am not saying the word I trust her at this moment in time. Okay, at least we get a timeline here, because 1 month is something. We can actually work with that, and that's, he's been gone a month. We haven't heard from Heaven. Not really promising, but also, she's been falling apart for a whole month, and no one has put her back together, because I know Alistair ain't. Husk will joke about it. Angel, it looks like he's going through some huge progress, so shout out to Angel. But Faggy probably looks like she's a little overwhelmed, and while she's going through a whole identity crisis, I don't think now's really time for her to help Charlie, but you still gotta be there for her, because this girl is too powerful to be left alone to her own devices, because she might go down Duck Road, and, well, I hope we can duck that entirely. Yeah, that scene was pretty damn boring, so let's move on past that and see what the V's have to offer, because I haven't heard you sing yet, Vox, and I am very interested to see where we're gonna go from here.
Come on down to the tower, where we have talent flower.
No telling how hot you could get once you're backed by our power.
There's not a single look in heaven or hell that Velvet can't pull off. She is absolutely stunning in this. 10 out of 10. Let's hope there's a lot more of her this season, because we had like 4 scenes with her, maybe, in season 1. So let's hope this continues.
I'm not kidding. Get the fuck out of my building. Get the fuck out of my building!
Snip, 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 bitch.
I would have the greatest psychological breakdown if I just went through everything this side character who has remained nameless all the way to this moment in time to then just be absolutely terminated. And then I have both Velvet and Valentino on both sides of me just singing and dancing all around me while I just got canned. It's one thing to get fired, and it's very humiliating, but now there's a whole song and dance production of this. Oof, wow. This is the downside of what would be living in a Disney universe.
Trust me. Trust me. Trust us. No, I meant to say us.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this is going to be an early sign of everything that's going to happen with Vox. As we saw earlier, or as at least I saw earlier on, during the music video, we saw that anytime Alistair is on the same screen as Vox, Alistair gets blurry. Vox has blurry vision and hate vision when it comes to this man or individual. I'm not really too concerned about people's identity in hell. Doesn't really seem like a big thing. And with everything going on with Vox trying to be this seizing of power, having someone that you have kind of a blind-eyed hatred for is really the worst thing to ever have possible. You need to overestimate your enemies as opposed to underestimating them and having a blind spot, because having a big ego and a blind spot, especially when your whole empire is built upon the support of your other 2 overlords you have on your side, in Velvet and Valentino, it's going to be a quick one-way trip right back on down.
We shouldn't kill them. We need to be better than them, right? Oh my god! Look, it's Nifty, the Atom Slayer!
Well, at least Nifty's a celebrity, so something good came from this, because, well, girl knows how to do 2 things. Clean and stab. And, well, cleaning is probably not her best strength, but the other one we know she's quite thorough in, and, well, we're missing a head of a exorcist army because of it, and we're better off for it.
Charlie, is this now officially the Angel Killer Hotel?
Charlie, have all your staff killed angels.
Charlie, do you have to be a cannibal to sign up for the Angel Killing Army Hotel? And I regret killing my wife.
You probably should. She was your wife. You married her for a reason, and I know this is hell, and Till Death Do Us Part probably has a whole new meaning, probably like Till Afterlife Do Us Part. But why did you do it? What was your issue? Why couldn't you have worked upon it? Why couldn't you have talked about it? Like, there's other options other than what you did. And, well, right now, Charlie is going through absolute hell because it's so hard to sell everyone on the appeal of working on themselves and bettering themselves. It's a lot easier to sell people on, hey, you want to go do some gratuitous violence? Sounds so much easier, to be honest.
Alistair, shouldn't you help her?
Should I? Perhaps. Will I? No. Do I enjoy being difficult? Most definitely.
Oh, Alistair, you son of a gun. I knew you'd leave her out on your own, but that's probably for your own nefarious purposes. Who are you gonna let save Charlie now? You being the most powerful overlord we have here, well, I guess by default, next best in line is, well, the head honcho himself, Lucifer. So, let's see what he's gonna do.
Here I am. Did I do that right? There we go. Hey, don't worry, Charlie. Someone important is here to help. Oh, shit! What's that?
Huh? Where'd they go? Oh, they were just here.
It's a fucking duck! He tricked us!
That's a 10 out of 10 move, and I actually have to give him props for that. What's that? Everyone looks, and then you are just in the clearing. I don't really want to give him credit, but, you know, he's due for it, so good for him.
Oh, yeah, he likes to talk. But you don't have to listen. You can just focus on me, baby.
I said to come alone, Val. Chin Chin Sharky!
Hey, I was using that.
Holy hell, that is one big shark. I didn't even know they had water in hell, let alone room for one of the most dangerous looking things I have ever seen. Again, 10 out of 10 fit for Velvet. I think the glazing on that will probably be a little bit much this season. Valentino's still, well, Val, and hasn't really done much to really fix everything since what happened with Angel. But, Vox, why do you have a giant shark? Where did you get that? How long has that been there? Why didn't I see more of that in season 1? That could have really removed a couple exorcists.
And Valentino, you cannot keep hitting angel dust in public. It's no, it's not funny anymore.
When have I ever hit him? You're obsessed with me.
Okay, so we're going to make Valentino funnier this season, I guess, and we're going to try and make light of something that was a rather serious topic last season. But at the same time, I kind of like this character growth. I know it's not really him getting better. It's just him being more social media branded, if you will. He's taking the whole Vox label and we're fixing it. We're refining him.
We can use the hotel's reputation and hell's renewed hope and start a hell-wide uprising against heaven with us at the top, huh?
I know you won't believe this, but I don't understand.
I completely get that you don't understand. I don't think thinking's really your forte. If you were ever put in charge, God forbid what would happen to the V's or Vox Tower and all that, because you're not really much of a thinker. You focus on pimping over there. Velvet really seems to be doing the main portion of thinking that's worked out, and her love potion poster in the background is phenomenal. But also, Vox, power vacuum, immediately try seizing it. Didn't even wait. Got to strike while the iron's hot. But, are you ready for the big boy chair? Because I don't think heaven's going to either go down lightly or go down not swinging. Just to put that out there.
How do you deal with all the stress of being in charge of things?
Yeah, I don't know. I just manage. Somehow.
You don't handle with any of the stress. You just make ducks and hide in your room. When was the last time you did anything that was of consequence? Like, I'm not counting you removing Adam from the picture, but aside from that, you've been around for, you said, at least 10,000 years, and you said hell has remained exactly the same. What are you effectively doing? At all?
Hey, just take a deep breath, okay? The show must go on, Charlie. And you were born for this spotlight.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Dad.
Okay, 10 out of 10 dad moment. 10 out of 10 dad moment. Lucifer has decided, you know what, I'm going to make up for lost time and really step up. While they both have eagerly and rather easily admitted that Lilith was kind of cold-hearted and seemed rather focused on herself, which not really what I would call motherly traits. But again, Lilith, seeing the good in Charlie and recognizing that she is the bright spot in all of hell is a huge thing, and giving her that boost in confidence that she needs, because again, old hotel crashed, Penchus died, now we're unsure whether or not any of our methods actually worked, and one of our friends was willing to die for those methods. Until we see the proof, which is in the pudding, then things are gonna be pretty bad.
The account holder on this line is unavailable, or they're avoiding you. Leave a message.
That is a fantastic ringtone and something that I'm probably going to implement for myself at some moment of time. And Charlie, I don't get why you're still reaching out. It's been 8 years. If she wanted to talk, she would. Either that or the reason she's in heaven, and she basically has an NDA where she can't talk about why she's there, so therefore she doesn't really trust you or Lucifer with any of the semantics or things that she feels is beneath everything until hell either comes together and really, uses the power of song to work together, or till heaven falls. But she's there, so there's a lot of weird red string to play with this season, and I'm not fairly certain that Lilith is all this great person everyone thinks she's cracked out to be.
What about Bagamalala for a new name?
Sounds offensive.
Maybe Vigalia?
Why are you changing your name again? What's wrong with Baggy?
Because Adam gave you that name, and it's demeaning. I feel like I gotta give myself one, you know?
You don't have to give yourself a new name. You just have to be better than what it is he intended for you to be. At the end of the day, that's the ultimate sticking it to him. 'Cause, why are we even worried about him? He's dead. No one really cares about the opinion of others who aren't around them all the time. It's kind of like social media in a sense. You only care when you're super, super plugged into it, what other people think about you, what people say about you. The minute you unplug yourself, you realize at the end of the day, everyone has an opinion. They're not always going to agree with you. And, well, if you put yourself out there, well, you're going to hear back from them. It's just kind of one of those things. And as Adam can't give you feedback, well, live the life you want to lead, Veggie. If a name change is truly it, then shoot your shot. But I think you're better off without worrying about him at all.
But I believe in every sinner. You all can change and be redeemed and earn your way to a better life. So, if you believe in our dream, then you are welcome to stay.
In a non-surprising turn of events, everyone left. Look, going out there and telling everybody that they need to improve or change themselves, who they are fundamentally, is not going to win you any friends. Ever. You never go up to any of your friends like, you know what, this thing sucks about you. Fix it. It's not an easy conversation to have, nor will it go well. There's going to be tension, there's going to be conflict, and there's going to be some issues along the way. Charlie's coming from the best of intentions, as she always does, and she wants what's best for not only for everyone in hell, but for her friends especially. I'm entirely with her for standing up for herself, the hotel, her friends, and everyone around her. She did absolutely the right thing. The sinners, just right at this moment in time, aren't ready to hear that message because they're ready to get even rather than work on getting back up to the place that they really want to be.
How would we, get up there?
Semantics, Val. Let me tell you a story. Back on Earth, when I was alive, I was the leader of a very influential group.
You mean the cult?
You could call it a cult, but I'd say it was more of a movement, and I was the center of it.
Okay, a cult leader totally checks out, because Vox has history in media. There's no way you become a social media conglomerate company or entity if you don't have experience in said endeavor. So maybe he started as an anchor of something, probably picked the lowest job possible, maybe weather. I feel like weather's the entry-level position. You work your way up to main anchor, and then from there you somehow get behind the scenes, and then next thing you know, you're running the company. It's I've been around for 3 decades, and having it turn into a cult probably means things ended terribly. But in Vox's eyes, well, he's an overlord in hell. This is probably exactly where he wanted to be.
Feeling that I'd give anything to get back, and a feeling that I'd love to share with both of you. We have the chance to be more than overlords. We have the chance to be gods.
First off, let's just be completely blunt here. Fox, I love you, and we've got 2 different songs out of you thus far, which means you're going to be our primary antagonist for the season. First of all, you said that Val is actually right. How do we get up to heaven? You have no idea. You're just guessing and speculating. Not a good call. Second of all, you keep saying you instead of we every single time. It's slipping out more and more and more. And I'm assuming giving you any modicum of power, it's just going to slip out a lot more. So I don't think that's going to really pan out for you. As well as the fact that you're a little too focused on getting back to something that, well, if it was that great on Earth, why are you seeking it again in hell? Just saying.
Can't wait to say to everyone who doubted me, your doubting days are done. You'll be cornered, trapped, and tortured. Then I'll end you just for fun.
Not even 30 seconds after I get done with saying, Fox, stop being selfish. It's literally about people who doubted him, who thought he was wrong, and, well, I'm going to just take a not-so-bold take here. It's probably the most tepid take of all. I guarantee Alistair was first and foremost in saying your plan was stupid and that you lacked the true vision to make this possible. So, can't wait for that showdown.
Hey,
Hey,
what do you think about Vanessa?
it's not bad, but it's not as unique.
I told her not to go with Vanessa. I told her accidentally, because that's a weird call out that I didn't think I'd actually ever get right, because it was just me talking. But yeah, identity crisis. I wonder how long we're actually focused on that before we actually get some semblance of a payoff.
Can't.
Charlie, the feelings are important. You're allowed to feel them. How about you just let me take on more of the hotel stuff? Until you're ready.
Really? Okay.
Nice, tender moment. Very big growth for them as a couple, as Vaggie is helping her partner when she's weak, as we're all supposed to do. When they're weak, you kind of pick up the slack, and vice versa, because we're all not perfect. Nothing is ever 50-50. Will it ever be 50-50? No. And with Vaggie kind of running the hotel, this will help Charlie sort out her ish, because it's okay to feel things, but it's not really okay to wallow in pity, because I think we all wish we could have said goodbye to Penchus, but nobody else's life has suddenly stopped because of it, except for you right now.
It seems Morningstar has no desire to build an army for demons who want to fight back, and instead wants to create a hostile environment where she forces sinners to change and fit into her restrictive, puritanical mold.
Scary stuff. I know I'm scared.
Social media, undefeated. Absolutely goated in swaying everyone's minds, thought processes, and everything that they trust and believed beforehand. So, well played by Vox, and Charlie is probably going to take this personally and emotionally, and we'll have a crash out because of this.
Charlie! Emily? Sorry, I don't have much time. Heaven's going into lockdown because, Adam was killed, but now Sarah is worried about Hell wanting revenge, and Heaven doesn't want any more death, but is really scared of what's going to happen next. Anyway, long story short, Penchus was redeemed, and he is in heaven now. Yay!
That is a lot of information to lay on anybody right now. Everything you ever thought of, correct. Also, Heaven, now afraid of you because you killed an angel. But Penchus is okay, so that's a whole big weight off her shoulders. But I think the main thing we forgot to do here, Emily, and while I'm happy we're the messenger out of all the people to deliver it, how are we supposed to prove that redemption works if we can't physically see Penchus? Otherwise, Charlie just looks crazy and will start just spouting off like, it works, Eureka, we've done it. And people are like, well, where is he? Show us that it happened. We'll believe in it when we see it. You can't. This is going to be a problem.
But yes, your hotel totally works. Congratulations! Bye!
And that was Has-Been Hotel Season 2's premiere episode 1. Started off with an absolute bang. Sure, we finally, a month later, got somebody to take a look and be like, hey, Penchus, redeemed. Vox, seizing power. Charlie, full-blown meltdown. I thought she was a ditz last season. It looks like she's going to be just on one this season, but I hope Vaggie and eventually Emily are able to pull her together because her intentions are great, her character is great, her heart is great. She's just in an emotional state. And I'd be in less of an emotional state if you hit that lovely subscribe button. Be sure to hit that like button on the way out of this. I'll be back with more Has-Been Hotel shortly. I have been the Sarcastic Geek. I'll see you in the next one.